Hey everyone, it's Julio Ramon here, and in today's video I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you should choose a beholder gimbal versus the traditional gimbal style. First, I want to start off by saying that both of these systems are great at what they do. However, as you can see, they are completely different in design. Over here, we have a more traditional gimbal setup that has two handles, a top handle, with the 3-axis gimbal underslung underneath. As for the beholder, we have one single handle with a 3-axis system located on top. Now, both of these are designed to do the same thing. They are designed to stabilize your camera's footage. However, before you choose between the two, you really must ask yourself a couple of questions. Like first, how will I use it? Does it complement my shooting style? Will it hurt or improve my workflow? And what features am I actually looking for? What do I need? Now, when operating with cameras such as DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, the beholder system clearly has an advantage over bulkier systems like this. And I'm going to give you 10 reasons why. Now, the first reason why anybody should choose a beholder system is simply because it's lighter. A traditional system is often going to weigh around 5 pounds, and I'm just talking just the frame. A beholder system, just the frame, is going to weigh between 2–2.5 pounds depending on which model you get. Now, the difference is only 2.5 pounds. You might be saying that's not a lot, it's a little bit. But when you're thinking about long shoots, working several hours, 2.5 pounds can really add up. Any weight that you can really cut off your rig is going to benefit you on those long shoots. So the fact that it's lighter is really a plus. Now, the second advantage that the beholder system has is a simple one. It's easy to put down. Now, a traditional gimbal has a 3-axis system underslung, and it's really not meant to be set down, which is why you often see them included with a table stand. A system like the beholder, with its compact design, can simply be folded over, set down on a table. Now, this is an important feature. Why? Well, when you're dealing with gimbals, you're going to be holding up all this weight yourself. So if you're shooting a long take, you're going to get tired. With the beholder, you can simply set it down on any surface. With a traditional gimbal, you're going to be looking for that table stand. If you're shooting across the room, you're going to have to run all the way back, find your table stand, set it down, and it just becomes a hassle. Next, the third advantage that the beholder gimbal has is that it only requires one hand. When you're dealing with a gimbal with two handles, both of your hands are going to be occupied, which makes it very difficult to change your camera settings. So changing things like your shutter speed, your ISO, even grabbing focus really becomes awkward and difficult. With the beholder, the fact that you can operate with one hand leaves your other hand free, making it easy to grab focus and change any kind of settings that you need. The fourth advantage with a beholder gimbal is that it has a shorter setup time. A traditional gimbal is usually made up of several parts, which require more steps to put together. You have to bring out your table stand, assemble the crossbar, attach the handles, attach the gimbal to the crossbar, all of that before you even get to balancing. As for the beholder, the unit comes practically put together out of the box. You simply plug in the batteries, balance your camera, and you're done. It's a lot quicker, and you end up saving a lot more time on set. Following up setup time at number 5, the beholder is actually a lot easier to travel with. Other gimbals, the fact that they have so many pieces, require a much larger case to transport. So with that larger case, it's just something else that you have to carry. And if you're traveling on a plane, it's another bag you have to check or another case you have to carry on. Now, with the beholder, the fact that it's so small and compact, you can actually use the case that it comes with, or you can simply take it out and stick it in your camera bag. That's less luggage that you have to carry around, less things that you have to worry about. You can simply take it with your existing camera bag and go. Next, at number 6, the beholder is actually compatible with a tripod. With a traditional gimbal, the underslung design really doesn't allow for a quick release plate to be mounted anywhere. It just really isn't designed for that. As for the beholder actually has a 3/8 thread located on the bottom of the handle on the battery cap. So you can mount a quick release plate to the bottom of your beholder and attach that to a tripod, which makes it perfect for when you want a static shot without removing the camera from the gimbal. Just like tripods at number 7, the Beholder is also compatible with monopods. Now the monopod is the perfect accessory for a Beholder gimbal. When you combine the two together, you open yourself up to even more shots that you couldn't even think of before. You can simulate jib shots, fake some drone shots, and it really opens up your cinematic quality of the camera. Now with the other gimbals, it's really hard to attach a monopod, and I wouldn't even know where to begin. It's just something that, again, like a tripod, it's not made for that. At number 8, the next advantage that the Beholder has is that it has a built-in joystick and mode button. Now that's a pretty basic feature, but other gimbals don't often give you that option right away. To change settings on other gimbals, you're often required to use an app or buy an additional controller that's going to run you about $150. That's extra money for a feature that really should be standard. With the Beholder, you have the joystick and the mode button literally at your fingertips. So at any moment, you can just press a button, make a flick of the joystick, and you're in full control of your gimbal. Next at number 9, the Beholder can actually be used in upright mode. Now with the traditional gimbal, you have the gimbal system underslung underneath the handles. Now, when you do that, it places the camera a lot lower on the operator's body. So if you want to get the camera up higher, you have to flip it around and raise it into upright mode. Now when you do that, unfortunately, the camera gets turned upside down. So now with an upside down camera, it's going to be very hard to monitor unless you have an additional accessory like a monitor that has an image flip feature. So it really becomes difficult to operate. As for the Beholder is already designed in upright mode. So you can raise the camera as high up as you need. If you need to low to the ground shot, you can simply flip the handle over the camera without rotating the camera itself. It'll keep it level. Now, if you want a more traditional style gimbal, you can even add the DGH dual grip handle from Ikan, and now you have a dual handle system just like the other gimbal. So you can really have the best of both worlds with the Beholder. Now finally, at number 10, I'm going to talk about batteries. Now these days, most gimbal systems do a great job at giving you long battery life, and truly, both of these systems can last you all day. Now the only difference is that the Beholder uses 3 18650 batteries as opposed to a proprietary battery that other gimbal systems often use. Now the difference here is that 3 18650 batteries can cost you around $30, while a proprietary battery will cost you around $90. So there you have it. Now those are my 10 reasons why you should get the Beholder 3-axis gimbal system. It's lighter, it's faster, and it truly makes more sense if you're shooting with DSLR and mirrorless cameras. Now for more information on the Beholder system, check us out at ikancorp.com. My name is Julio Ramon. Thanks for watching.